Revealing area.
Fully smoked. And beacon here.
Faster.
Going up.
Shot dart.
Watch your eyes. No, you don't.
Side tower.
Enemy spotted B.
One gen.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, there's just no world you don't drone that guy. So you get this guy stuck,
Smoke.
guys.
And beacon here.
Like here, you should immediately, honestly, you should pop ult. Like this is free as hell. You just ult right at the guy, and as your team comes out, he's dead. I didn't even notice you had ult, but because you don't ult, at this point, I'm down to drone as well. Ult one player worth it. Okay, on my Discord server, we're gonna stop calling this ability the ultimate ability, and we're just gonna start calling it Hunter's Fury, your fourth ability. Would you use a shock dart for a free kill, Orange List? Would you use a shock dart for a free kill? Of course. Perfect. Same thing. They're the same. Yes, I would use my fourth ability for a free kill. Hell, this ability costs 0. Just use it. Don't even think. The moment that thing tags, I guarantee you a higher rated SOVA is ulting. And I will prove it. Now, I don't think I can find a SOVA fracture VOD, but we can find a pro SOVA Valorant VOD. Let's see how long it takes us to use our ult.
My team looked like 100T in the Premier League.
They kill it.
100T against NRG, 100T against like Lev.
Wow, Hujin was able to predict what the pro player would do. And if I pulled up an average Jonas VOD, I couldn't guarantee you that he would do this, okay? That's why you don't watch average Jonas. Specifically, if you want to study to become the best SOVA you can be. You should absolutely watch average Jonas if you want to see crazy lineups that don't have any sense being in the game, because the dude's a giga nerd. He's super fun to watch. But this is study time. Study time, you pull up Derek. You know how I knew he would instantly ult? Because I study the pros on this list. I know that instantly ulting off a tag like that is just correct.
Hello gamers, look at your elo, now look at mine, now back to your elo, now back to mine. Sadly, it isn't mine, but if you stop autopiloting outdated strategies and start getting free VOD review coaching, it could look like it's mine. Look down, back up, where are you? You're on bind. With the strats your strats could be like, what's in your hand? Back at me, I have it. It's the Valorant gift card from Wuhujin. For your successful follow-up thought, look again. The gift card is now an ego vandal. Anything is possible when you get your Valorant tips from a talking banana and not TikTok. I'm on a gaming chair.
SOVA fracture. This guy like only play SOVA? Oh, you play Viper? Oh, now you only play SOVA. Nah. Nah, what is this? How is this your best map? And these are some of your worst maps. These are all like SOVA's most meta maps. I don't think you should have brought a fracture VOD. I'm not gonna lie, but let's take a look. If I had to guess, we're gonna make a prediction. You either know too many lineups and you like use them too often, and because these maps are meta, there's a lot of lineups, but this map is not meta at all. There's not many lineups at all, so you win more. Be my guess, but let's see. That might be correct. Yeah, it sounds like I might have diagnosed you correctly.
Here. Enemy spotted B.
Scanning ahead.
Fully smoked.
Here. Reloading.
Reload him.
He's using a lineup there. Okay. Why are you looking, Dice? What's your lineup clear? This is the one advantage to having a lineup, is you know exactly what it clears. So right now you should know they're not Dice, they're not Sight. So the only place you should be looking when you peek out here, Canteen and Gen. And then, you know, maybe Tower, I guess, if they run out. So like, what's the point of learning the fancy lineup if you're not going to trust the fancy lineup to do the right things? You have to trust your own utility. Watch again.
Scanning ahead.
Fully smoked.
Here. Reloading.
Reload.
First of all, dead crosshair right now. If they were Dice peeking out, you are giga trolling. Right here.
Like butter, baby.
What are you looking at? So this turn right here, you're trolling. You literally, the canteen guy's right here right now. You would kill them. You see? This guy was looking at your jet while you walked right past him.
Loading.
They were super trolling. And now let me show you why. Let's see your comms.
Right here.
It's marked almost on the side.
Yeah, so I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what you just said. But I think you should say something along the lines of, yo, let's hit B. I'm going to throw a recon that clears all of sight. They could be tower, gen, or canteen, but if the recon doesn't tag anything, they're definitely not sight. I make that comm clear to my duelist.
Reload him.
And that way, when my duelist dashes out here, she knows that she doesn't have to look sight. She can look canteen or gen.
Revealing area.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here.
Yeah. So this is just a problem with your plan. You're 5 stacked up right now, which is already really dangerous against double pop flash brim. Like, you're just asking to get ecoed. I'm not gonna lie. You're 5 stacked out B main, and the problem is you're making nothing but full noise against a team that can destroy you. Like, if you're facing a guy who watches Woohoojin and they happen to go for the play like this, you literally just died. You just lost the whole round. When you hit sights on fracture, you usually want to pressure both sides. The exception is on A, you can generate the split pressure by using the door. So on A, this is all good too. But to hit B site, you usually want pressure from both of these sides. You can, of course, generate pressure this way as well. But you'll notice that you can't easily hold both of these chokes. Like, they can't smoke this. This is huge and wide. So you can almost certainly take control of arcade at the least. And this makes it very difficult for the enemy team to just stare at this smoke the whole time. Because right now, let's see, what's the enemy team composition? Yeah, they have a Killjoy. So it's very common for Killjoys to just
Now.
place a turret
Is
like
everyone's tech
this.
still working?
Killjoys will just do this,
Turret out.
and this spots arcade. And so while that turret's alive, they don't care about arcade at all because it's not a threat to them. And so they're all just holding B main, this tiny little choke. They hear you, they smoke it off, they break your dart, and what do? You're just cooked. You're cooked. If we are going to 5 stack, I need to see it be more contacty. So Valorant's an information denial game. You don't want to reveal your hand if you don't have to. So for example, yo, let's hit B, but let's all shift walk and explode once we get up to B main so they're not ready for us. I will break the KO knife. Everybody else be really quiet. Then you'll shift walk up. The KO knife comes. You break it. So all they heard is one guy breaking a KO knife. You shift walk up. And then off contact, the team rushes out. And it makes it a lot harder for them to smoke and molly before you're able to get out onto site. Oh, that's dangerous.
Scanning ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So they just flashed a guy potentially out B main. I already had the read that it might be an op. You should have checked the economy and you would have seen this, which is very scary. And one of the common patterns for an op is that teammates will help the op get a strong line so that the op can control space aggressively. So for example, I'm going to try and generalize this by showing you on another map so the concept makes sense to you. On split, the Sky player may flash out a main on defense so that her jet can walk up and get this line at A main with the op and then hold all of A. And we can just control mid and B. On Fracture, we're seeing something very similar. The op will frequently try to get a line A main and B main. These are, I'd say, the most frequent because you're very likely to get pressure there. It's unlikely the team 5 stacks dish or arcade. So here they flashed out B main. At the very least, like, there's only a couple of reasons why they do that. They're aggressing with the boys, which we do not want to fight. We don't want to fight the boys. Or they're getting a line for the op. Like, they wouldn't just flash. It's not like a Sky flash, like it's info. KO flash is just a fighting flash. That's it. And then, of course, your recon's very bad. So when you miss the recon, you just shouldn't peek. You got to understand you're at a disadvantage here because Jet can be... Let's just pretend it's a rifle. Okay, let's pretend you know it's not an op because this is a bigger mistake when it's an op. Even if this is a rifle, the Jet can be standing in any of these angles, realistically speaking, and none of them get revealed by your missed dart. You need to recognize that and go, okay, she has off angle advantage, so I can't fight her. So go A. Or if you really think she's going to push, play your own off angle and wait.
Just enter.
Yeah, good
Can
flash, good
flash.
flash.
Can flash.
Okay.
Can flash.
Why don't you drone?
Just enter.
Yeah, good
Can
flash, good
flash.
flash.
Can flash.
This is like drone clocked in my head. Like if you drone for your duelist here is super broken. I see this as like the #1 most common issue in SOVA players in lower ranks. You don't drone enough. This ability is SOVA's most overpowered ability. This thing is disgustingly broken. When you see them, you not only get to tag them, it's basically impossible not to tag them, and then you get free wall hacks on the guy. It clears everything. This ability is gross. It's gross. If you're not using this ability when hitting a site, you're basically trolling. Anytime you can have an excuse to use it, you should. If you can hit site with drone. It's so good. It is the most impactful ability in SOVA's kit. It genuinely might be stronger than his ultimate in a lot of scenarios. I think I know why your best maps are going to be the worst SOVA maps. You're going to have the Fang. We're bringing up Fang every time now. You know how Fang was a Phoenix one trick and his best map was Icebox, which is Phoenix's worst map? It turns out because Fang never used his abilities. He never used Flash. And so it turns out the map where the Flash was the weakest, he was the best. You don't appear to use your shocks or your drone. And so on the maps where SOVA is relatively weak, you perform better because his util wouldn't help you as much.
Deploying drone.
Oh my God, look when you're droning. Homie is on site. Homie sees the Killjoy right now. Like you see our jet literally shot. Look, Killjoy shot our Phoenix. Like this drone is so late, it's not even funny. You basically saw that Killjoy at a point in time where it didn't matter.
Revealing area.
Fully smoked.
So what I've been learning as I play Initiator is that you need to be absurdly vocal about how you want your teammates to play around your utility, especially your drones. So I, even in high immortal lobbies, had a problem where I would fade dog and my teammates would not peek off of it. Like they peek early. Like I tell them I'm going to dog and then they peek some angle that my dog hadn't cleared yet and they'd die. And so I started getting really vocal where I'd be like, yo, I'm going to fade ult A short. And then I'm going to dog, stay tucked until I dog out and then peek with the dog. That's what I would calm and what I do calm now. I had to learn to calm this precisely because otherwise people would just go out and they die to some angle before I was able to give them the info, which is really bad because the power of my utility is to get those free kills with that info. So similarly with drone, you need your comms to be borderline like excessive with the drone. You've got to be like, yo, let's hit A. I'm going to recon for Sands. We're going to take Sands control. And then wait to hit site. I'm going to use my drone for site. Wait till I get a tag and then go. Calm like that. And then if your team goes too early, the talking banana won't blame you. The talking banana will be like, okay, well, your duelists are dumb. And yes, Saul, a duelist or controller can absolutely call your utility as well. Like if my controller or duelist is like, yo, SOVA, can you drone for me out sand? I'll just say, hell yeah. And I will love every second of it because I don't have to be as vocal. I love that shit.
Revealing area.
Fully smoked. Stim beacon here. Going up.
Shock dart.
Watch your eyes. No, you don't.
Side tower.
Enemy spotted B.
One gen.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, there's just no world you don't drone that guy. So you get this guy stuck, guys.
Stim beacon here.
Like here, you should immediately, honestly, you should pop ult. Like this is free as hell. You just ult right at the guy. And as your team comes out, he's dead. I didn't even notice you had ult. But because you don't ult, at this point, I'm down to drone as well. Ult one player worth it. Okay, on my Discord server, we're going to stop calling this ability the ultimate ability. And we're just going to start calling it Hunter's Fury, your fourth ability. Would you use a shock dart for a free kill? Orange list. Would you use a shock dart for a free kill? Of course. Perfect. Same thing. They're the same. Yes, I would use my fourth ability for a free kill. Hell, this ability costs 0. Just use it. Don't even think. The moment that thing tags, I guarantee you a higher rated SOVA is ulting. And I will prove it. Now, I don't think I can find a SOVA fracture VOD, but we can find a pro SOVA Valorant VOD. Okay, I made this list for a reason. Use it, please. This list is not comprehensive. There are definitely players who should be on this list who aren't, because I haven't personally watched them, okay? There's a reason I didn't put Average Jonas on the SOVA list. And it's the same reason that I don't put Acre the Dog on the Cypher list. The same reason I don't put Woohoojin on the Omen list. Because there are people who are better at the agent. These players, Average Jonas will not argue with me, are better than him at SOVA. These players are better than me at every single controller on this list. I will not argue with that. The different skill set to be able to teach versus play. And again, the list is not comprehensive. This is only people I've personally watched and I can attest are really good at these agents. Okay, so the list probably should have a lot more people on it. So everyone's like, where's this guy? I haven't watched them. That's it. This is like a list where I've vetted. Like, I know all of these people are good. I don't know about other people. They might be even better. But I know these are all good enough that if you're studying these pros, you're chilling. Okay? So stop asking, where's this person or where's this person? Because these are just pros that I've specifically studied and I know that they're good. Okay? Let's see how long it takes us to use our ult.
My team looked like 100T in the Premier League.
They kill it.
100T against NRG, 100T against like Lev.
Wow. Woohoojin was able to predict what the pro player would do. And if I pulled up an Average Jonas VOD, I couldn't guarantee you that he would do this. Okay? That's why you don't watch Average Jonas. Specifically, if you want to study to become the best SOVA you can be. You should absolutely watch Average Jonas if you want to see crazy lineups that don't have any sense being in the game, because the dude's a giga nerd. He's super fun to watch. But this is study time. Study time, you pull up Derek. You know how I knew he would instantly ult? Because I study the pros on this list. I know that instantly ulting off a tag like that is just correct.
Phoenix maybe try to flash over.
Yeah, you just said you'd
Get
arrow
out
it.
of my way.
Scanning ahead.
I honestly think this arrow's kind of weak. It's pretty, like, you're specifically arrowing for if they're on sands and you're facing a team that's not likely to be playing sands. I say the type of agent that's likely to be coming near the doors is like a Phoenix. A Raze might play here. A Yoru. Duelist with flashes. It gets rope too. No, it doesn't. This guy's literally fighting your Phoenix right now. Not all the way inside. Exactly. And this is where I stand to throw my KO flash or my sky flash. Let's check. Grab your lineup.
Together. Don't
The
forget.
jump throw.
Phoenix maybe try to flash over.
Right here.
What do you think he's lining up with, chat? I mean, you're aiming here.
Phoenix maybe try to flash over.
Right here.
Get out of my way.
There.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, I think I could literally just unswing and then flash for my homie. Yeah, it's landing here. It's landing right here.
Revealing area.
So it would scan into ropes, but not if they just talk. And they're just going to talk. This dart's not bad, okay? But you don't understand how they're going to play around your dart, which is bad because you're the SOVA player. So you know that this dart tags if they're out ropes, okay? So follow my thought process here, Orange. So they're going to see that dart and they have to unswing, okay? Now they hear you coming sand. And now they're likely to re-swing. And so I want you, after that dart, to come into this off angle and hold ropes. You throw that dart, you come out sand, your buddy's scaling, and you hold right here because you know they likely tucked to dodge your dart. And you kill them for free.
Revealing area.
Fuck.
There they are.
Wait. Then you make full noise? Okay. This is why you can't watch Average Jonas. Average Jonas knows how to play this dart better than you. I'm not gonna lie. Why are you making noise? So look at this dart. It's so sick. It's so smart. It's so tricky. But then you're not tricky at all with it. Is it an Average Jonas dart? Oh, no wonder I'm calling it so good. I love this dart. So
Revealing area.
look at the angle it comes in from. That dart flies in from arcade side. It flies in like this. and lands here. So this dude sees that dart and goes,
Right here.
they're pressuring arcade. This dart would be even better if you could pair it with somebody who actually is pressuring arcade. Like somebody gets seen arcade like this. Because this dish guy is going to associate this space as being relatively free. So you throw that dart,
Scanning ahead.
and the whole point of this dart is to trick them into thinking what side you're coming from. Like you could have just recon this way. Otherwise, you know, I just winged that and I'm pretty sure I hit it. So you're throwing a fake dart and then you make full noise. Why would you do that? You make noise to the guy right here who can hear you. You just gave them information that they didn't have for no reason.
Side.
Take flight. Enemy tag.
Only one side.
Bro, you heard drop?
Never mind.
Okay, wait. I want to show you what saving ult has done to you, buddy. We're going to count the number of orbs you didn't get because you've had your ult up for 5 rounds. And you could grab that orb, you'd have a second
Get out of
ult.
I have the spike.
100 on kill.
8-9. Holy shit, you didn't ult all half. You didn't even use it. You were so concerned about maximizing its value that you didn't cast the ability. And we could have had it twice. Surely he ults, right, chat?
Rotating.
Oh my god.
I am the hunter.
I tagged one.
Reload him.
Spike planted.
He ulted.
Hey.
Die.
One is low. KO.
Okay. I don't need to see more of the VOD. I just wanted to see if you ulted at all during the VOD. Your notes are very straightforward, Orange List. You have so much tech, but you don't actually understand the tech. You just say, I stand here and I get a dart there, but you don't think about what that means at all. You've got no plans for your darts. And then you're not vocal about your util at all. Understand your own recons more and call out pre-round or exact plan for how you will play around it. So for example, I want to hear in your next VOD, yo, I've got a dart for dice and sight. I'm going to throw or to scale up B main and just fight canteen, gen, and arcade if it gets no tags. That's example 1. Example 2, yo, I've got a dart for rope. It usually makes them unpeak. I'll hold your ropes as you scale sand if dart breaks or whatever. Some type of plan for how the dart is going to be used. Yo, I've got a fake dish dart. Makes it look like I'm arcade side. I'm going to throw and I'm going to make slow pressure dish. Can you guys walk A main? Completely explain your thought process behind the dart so that next VOD we can analyze your thought process. Because right now there is no thought process. There's none. Drone way more on sight hits plus retakes. Be more vocal about this drone. No droning. Yes. Do. I'm going to drone A site. Wait to go out until I get info. Calmed earlier in a round. Don't greed ultimate value. Use it if it will give you value. Easy. Thank you for the VOD.